You know, you can tell, man, that you have a good release schedule if my hair gets longer in between episodes.
Well, you know, I still didn't finish King Kong. I still got one more episode.
Oh yeah.
That's what happens when you record 3.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a while.
Yeah. Anyway,
we recorded that in like friggin' September or something. Sup, my dudes.
what's flipping?
Hey yo, buddy, what's down?
Hey, I'm the chill one. I don't say much, but it's not because of social anxiety.
So, I thought what would be cool for a video would be deciding once and for all which one of these games. You're way too cool right now. Get back up. I think you're so cool that you're not gonna like either of these games.
Well, I do like having different API options. For one thing, just as an example thrown out there.
Which one of these games is better? We're gonna be looking at Zelda and Mario on the Switch on this week's episode of The Bad Thing. This is The Bad Thing number 2, and we're gonna be doing the really bad thing because we're gonna be doing what Nintendo don't, and we're gonna be pitting their 2 best games against each other to figure out which one is garbage and which one is hot shit.
Remember, the competition is good. We've got to be better. Make it fast. Give it fuel-injected turbo power. We did. From 0 to 50, Chrysler's new Laser XE is faster than Camaro Z28, Trans Am, Toyota Supra. Make it handle. Give it front-wheel drive and nitrogen shocks. We did. Laser beats Mustang GT, Mazda RX-7, and Trans Am in the slalom. Make it break new ground in advanced technology. Give it a brain. We did. Onboard computers monitor more functions than its competitors. Make it luxurious. Rich Mark Cross levers are available. Make it right. Back it with a 5-year, 50,000-mile protection plan. We do. Nobody else does. Make it affordable. We did. Chrysler Laser XE. The competition is good. We had to be better.
Hey man, I think Splatoon 2 is almost as good as either of those.
Well, I'll have you know that Game Awards tends to
Rebel Life
not think that. Like the Jeff Keighley's Game Awards seems to be pitting these 2 games against each other in like every category.
Yo, he's just a poser, man.
I have a feeling they're
He's
gonna say...
not down with a clown.
I have a feeling they're gonna say Breath of the Wild is the best, even though I hate it. But what are your thoughts so far on Mario Odyssey?
Yo, that shit's rehash, man. Here's my observation about these Switch killer apps. Collectathon. What's up with that?
I think both of these...
Mario and Zelda are both collectathons now.
No, Zelda is a
collectathon
where they take this much
collectathon
and they stretch it out for about 40,000 miles, and this is
collectathon
condensed into a tiny fun-sized area that's entertaining, and it's taking me just as long to 100% as this garbage. There's a similar amount of content, really.
It's funny.
I find that finding moons in this game is a lot better than finding Korok seeds.
Yeah.
Korok seeds are completely pointless in this.
Yeah, no one's interested in finding the Korok seeds, and I think a good percentage of players went through the trouble of clearing all the shrines.
Yeah.
But the Korok seeds, even though there's like 800, no one ever bothered with them.
No.
Like it's not even something you think about. But
it's too stupid.
When Mario Odyssey comes out, it's got like 880 moons. Not including things that you spoilers, but you can buy an infinite number in the shops.
It's
at some point, which is just so strange.
It's really weird how this game, like, There's 880, I think, unique moons to get.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason you can buy moons. It's the stupidest. It's like, imagine if in Mario 64 you could buy stars.
Yeah.
That's with coins.
But like,
That's really weird. But I couldn't figure it out when I first found out. I was like, what am I doing?
yeah.
I kept thinking that I was wasting my money getting moons that didn't register as real moons.
Yeah.
But it turns out you
Like,
can just buy moons.
They're 100 coins a pop, and they're almost not even worth it because they're handed out like candy in the main game.
Yeah. I have 850 moons right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really digging into this game.
I remember roaming around in Mario 64 for a long time, just trying to find something. And like sometimes I'd leave a level empty-handed.
Mm-hmm.
But with this game, even when I'm not trying to find moons, I always end up with like 3.
Yeah, it's weird. This game, Mario Odyssey, it's like, you know what it reminded me of a lot when I was playing? It reminded me of Where's Waldo. It reminded me of, you're in a room full of disparate objects that are confusing your vision, and you look really, really, really hard, and you can always find Waldo.
Yeah.
Now imagine Where's Waldo, but you can keep playing it forever, and you look harder, and there's always another Waldo.
There's always another Waldo.
That's Mario Odyssey. It's Where's Waldo, but there's always another Waldo. It's really strange how dense each level is with moons.
Yeah.
I love the game though, but there's no dungeons in this game, really.
Yeah.
That's what kills it. It doesn't have. They have a huge, gigantic world in this game, right? Huge, gigantic. But it doesn't have any really good, memorable indoor locations. It gets close in the last dungeon. I was starting to feel it in the last dungeon. If you're just feeling it in the last dungeon,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
It's been said a million times before, but if there were 9 Hyrule castles and not so many shrines, maybe have the shrines give a heart each.
Yeah.
Then you'd be spice, you know.
I kind of
Real
missed.
down with the clown.
I missed the fact that because the shrines give you the shrines in this give you a currency that you spend to either up your hearts or your stamina.
Yeah.
I find that made it so that the only thing you could find in the world was rupees and weapons that break. So there's nothing fun to find. I used to really like finding heart pieces. That was the coolest thing to find in Zelda.
You could find armor too, but there wasn't much of it.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
it.
there's just a small. Yeah, there was just such a small,
Yeah.
disproportionate amount of armor. I mean, when you have a world that's, like they said, a little bigger than Skyrim,
Yeah.
you gotta fill it with stuff, or else you'll have Skyrim.
Yeah.
And no one wants Skyrim, well, except everyone. But
It's on the Switch, by the way.
anyway,
It's on the Switch right now.
yeah,
Now that you mention it, isn't that funny?
Skyrim is on the Switch.
Everyone's still talking about this 6-year-old game.
Yeah.
How? Like, how is it that good?
It's the same reason that people love the shit out of Breath of the Wild. There are no caves in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
There's nothing underneath the surface, or like even the one thing floating in the air, you have to reach it with a cutscene. You can't even touch it otherwise. You just fly right through it. People have gotten there.
Yeah.
So like, if they just had some caves and stuff.
Yeah, man, this could have been so much cooler.
Remember that valley thing that kind of looks like a cave?
Yeah.
And it's full of guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to the end of that, and there's just a shrine.
Yeah.
But not even that. Not even that is closed
It's
off
not
at
even
the top.
really a cave.
Yeah, it's got like a little crack going through down the top.
I
Yeah,
know, it's tricking you.
it's a fake cave. Yeah.
God, that's stupid. So by comparison, this game feels like it's missing nothing.
Yeah.
It's Mario. It's got everything you need. The only thing it's missing, if I'm gonna, spoilers, skip, to whatever in the future timeline of this video.
Whatever.
I'm about to spoil something about this game. There's no booze in this game.
There is no booze.
And there's no haunted mansion.
Yeah, there really isn't.
There's been a haunted mansion in World, 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, and now, nah.
There was a haunted mansion in space.
Yeah.
There was a haunted mansion Galaxy.
I couldn't figure out why. I was waiting the whole time to get to the haunted
no
stage.
haunted kingdom. Yeah.
There's no haunted kingdom and there's no booze. Just hat people that look like booze.
Yeah.
Is that why there's no booze?
There's
They
a
want
weird,
to confuse it with the cat people.
There's a weird thing going on with the worlds. You must have noticed like how much love New Donk City got compared to anything else. Just about anything else.
What's weird with this game?
It's this big bombastic thing. And,
what I thought was funny about Odyssey, they said that the theme of the game was surprise, and I understand that now. What they really meant was because it's so surprising that not every stage is surprising. If every stage was surprising, it wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's why you go from normal dinosaur prehistoric land to city to volcanic candy land. That's where the food is candy vegetables that look rock hard, to the moon, to a beach.
To the moon.
You know what I mean?
And
like
spoilers. You go from the moon
to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 areas on the moon. I don't get that, but yeah. So it's like instead of like you go from weird candy place to the beach. Like instead of like being Candyland to a beach where the water is lava and the sky is wood, right?
Sky is wood.
You just go kind of to a normal beach.
Yeah.
So it's always trying to subvert what you think is going to happen. If you had to compare this to 64 and Sunshine, which one would you say is the biggest?
Sunshine didn't have as many places, I think.
Yeah.
They were about as big. 64 isn't even comparable, for the most part. But there's some places that are just tiny in Odyssey.
Yeah, there's some tiny spots in this.
Galaxy is just like it's minuscule, but that's intentional.
I love Galaxy,
Yeah.
And Galaxy 2. They're great games, but this is clearly more in line with 64 and Sunshine.
Yeah.
Galaxy and Galaxy 2 were guided experiences.
Galaxy was a bunch of nuggets floating
More
around.
so Galaxy 2,
Yeah.
to be fair. Like Galaxy 1, you could almost shove it into the timeline with 64 Sunshine and this.
I guess so.
Almost.
I find, if I think of Galaxy 1 as a prototype Galaxy 2, I like it a lot. But if I think of it as a poor man's 64, then it doesn't do anything quite as well.
I wish it was harder. It feels it's a little easy, but you still have to really concentrate to get moons. Like, you really gotta think and look around a lot. Unless you're cheating. Don't cheat, because there's a few moons in this where I laughed out loud when I got them, because they were so clever. I won't even tell you where some of them were, because I'm going for 100% without looking at anything. I never cheated on anything yet. I never even paid, like, Hint Toad 50 coins for a hint.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that. I just go in there cold, raw, and I just look for a long time.
it really does what the Mario does. There's nothing different or polarizing about this one, I don't think.
We may not have mentioned that there's multiple costumes Mario can wear in this, so you can like swag out your Mario. But you can't get a yellow cape for Mario.
Oh yeah.
I found myself just wanting the yellow cape.
Yeah.
Like I was playing.
I never even thought about that.
I was playing, and I keep putting on the kingly raiment with the king's cape on that I have, just to get a cape. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
The yellow cape from Mario World.
That was a that was a good idea, by the way, to have things you can buy with coins.
It also makes it so that people who are speedrunning it and whatever and doing trick videos on YouTube can like swag out their Mario in their personal style.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so you
they
can
swag out their adventure.
Every player can have their own swag and their own style that's unique to them. Right.
Yeah. They can you can unpack your Mario with the new like Mario Odyssey downloadable swag pack, only $2.99.
I prefer to go with the bridal gown veil hat on the pirate suit that puts on the eye patch.
Yeah, the best thing though is the skeleton with like the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I use that.
That's my favorite.
I use that like like most of the time too.
Because then, do you ever put that on and then go into a painting? So you enter the bone zone. You get to watch them like, whoa! It's a party 24/7 in the bone zone.
Yep.
Everybody's invited.
Check out the Mario Odyssey. It's a pretty cool thing to play.
There's one inside you.
It's a pretty cool thing to play on your Switch, even though there's no manual. No manual.
Sewer surfing, 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 sewer surfing.
Tell me if we played this before. You don't get to 5 years on YouTube without making a few enemies. But
you don't go 5 years on YouTube and still stay sane.
Yeah, this is Atlantis. The game of the movie.
Lost Empire.
So,
Lost Empire.
Yeah. If we played this before, leave a comment, and I'll look into it. After it's on YouTube. Okay?
And we'll delete it and record something else and edit it in. Just kidding. Ah, here's that weird Atlantis ship. I remember all this stuff that we're gonna cut out.
Yeah, we gotta... I remember these things that you're not gonna see.
Yes.
I like any show that has a ship. So I automatically like this a lot more than the other things from Disney. But, this is one of those things that, when I was young, I was, like, aware of the art style and how weird it looked. And I used to think about how weird it was. Like, did you ever, like, just wonder about the shapes of people's faces?
I thought it stood out. I didn't think it was weird or anything.
Yeah, I used to get toys and stuff and just feel their features and how strange and angular they were.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, you can kind of... Everything's so sharp. You can kind of feel it.
Yeah. I don't really know if I like it. But, at least it's 2D.
It just seems like a not like a LucasArts art style or something. They had the angular, pointy stuff going on.
I thought this doesn't really seem extremely Disney for some reason. I don't know why. It's just kind of like a thing. I don't know how successful it was. What's your favorite Disney movie?
It's my favorite Disney movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a educated opinion. I don't think. I haven't watched one in a long time.
My favorite Disney movie is Die Hard. You ever watch that one?
Die Hard.
With Bruce Willis. He doesn't have any shoes.
Uh-huh.
Remember that one?
Yeah, that Christmas.
That's a pretty good one. The limitations of the PlayStation 1 actually made it look kind of cool. It kind of fits with the art.
Yeah.
Some people really like this, and they're trying to replicate it.
Take a good look around you, R1.
You know, like how
looking button.
the PlayStation 1 processes textures, and like the meshes that the textures go onto as a short instead of the long form equation.
Yeah.
And it does it based on where your camera's pointing. And because it's a short, it has to like interpolate what one half of the texture should look like. So that's why you get that weird bending. Like you see a square mesh, and half the texture is right, and the other half is upturned because of the short.
Yeah.
But some people like that, and they're trying to do it again in some indie games.
There's no reason to like it.
It's so,
That's like,
it's so different. It's like a uniquely PS1 thing. That's why people think it's cool.
that's like limiting yourself to an NES palette. It's just it's just doing things because you want to show off, I guess. To say that you know, to say that you're savvy about retro hardware.
It's just interesting because the only place I really remember seeing it a lot was on the PS1. Different.
Well, it's all hardware trickery, so you weren't going to see it on the PC. The Saturn was, past that whole thing, and it had so many CPUs that it could handle that.
It had 6 CPUs,
and
like the PS3 or whatever.
And the N64 was a few years later.
Stop that! Get out of there!
I can't duck and move, and I can't duck while I'm moving. It's so weird.
Where's Atlantis?
Where is Atlantis? Old man, where is Atlantis?
I know you're hiding it. I know you're hiding Atlantis here somewhere.
Is that a picture of Atlantis? Who's that? That's Atlantis, isn't it? That's Atlantis you're talking about. Are you cheating on me with Atlantis?
What?
Atlantis.
That's how this movie went. I don't even know, like, there's no volume, we can't hear it, and we never actually watched the cutscene at the beginning. I already kind of know what's happening here, because we're in this wealthy, private, recluse person's mansion, and he's telling us about Atlantis, and I'm from a university, and I'm like, you can't be telling the truth. You know where Atlantis is? Yes, my boy.
Huh.
Come down here.
Oh man, I have a quizzical button.
Whoa.
I can think professionally if I want to.
So this guy, this wealthy, private, slightly eccentric recluse, is the only one who knows where Atlantis is.
Yeah.
And we gotta get him to tell us. And we're gonna go down there.
It's extremely important to us because of something that our father did.
You're probably right.
He was interested in Atlantis.
He probably died doing it.
Yeah. So it's a big deal.
Yeah.
He died doing Atlantis.
Yeah, he sunk with Atlantis and friggin' couldn't breathe. Got sick.
Wait, so...
He got sick from the water and died.
Oh, here's something. This way may be a good place to search for the key.
Search for the key, buddy.
This way. Towards this object. End of a broken key. Okay.
I wonder if there's combat in this.
I can punch.
Oh my god, what's that going to be like?
I'm gonna punch the Atlanteans until they tell me who they are and what their technology's like. Great. You found my lost items.
My items.
Select button. Backpack.
How come you have to get this old man to tell you how your backpack works? Isn't it yours? How does my backpack work? Tell that to a teacher at school. Help me with my backpack. How does my backpack work? What do I do?
Whoa. What are these monochromes doing talking
I
to you?
don't barely even see that. What is that?
Yeah, the PS1 certainly needs to make a comeback in terms of graphical style. Remember the good old days.
Yeah, man. Remember 1998? That was last year.
Oh yeah, that thing. I remember the lore. The lore for this channel that we decided on and then never explicitly brought up.
It's the truth.
It's actually 1999, which might be. Is that before this movie came out?
No, this is from the future. This is from 2001.
Uh,
Dr. 2000 brought us this game to play.
yeah.
That's how we're playing it. It's the only reason.
First the key. Ah, here we go. Ching! Whoa! It fused. That's horrible. Why can't I just run around punching things? I'm a little boy and I'm a little baby boy and I don't know how to do anything.
This is gonna look good now when it's uploaded after King Kong. King Kong movie game, Atlantis movie game. I think probably in another 5 years, this channel will be nothing but movie games.
Well, yeah.
It's movie
There's
games,
no
Atlantis,
avoiding it.
Atlantis, Scooby-Doo, Barbie,
I can swim.
Inspector Gadget, Aladdin, The Lion King, SpongeBob, Atlantis again.
Uh-huh.
Ah, man, I just love me some movie games.
I got a life.
Damn.
You know what they say? All toasters toast toast. But when you put a toast in water, it'll drown. You can't make it drink.
Are you getting practice for Atlantis down here? Practicing.
You
This is that
see,
old man's
in
practice
Atlantis-
tank.
In Atlantis, they do nothing but make water jokes.
Oh yeah.
It's always better down where it's wetter.
Oh god damn.
Wet. And they end their.
Oh my god! I hate to burst your bubble.
They end every sentence. They end every sentence with moisture. Hate to burst your bubble, moisture, but we don't have fire down here, moisture.
Is that Atlantis? Are
Son,
we there yet?
son, we got to do something about your social anxiety. Nah, pops, I'm just the cool one.
Okay, don't save anything.
Okay.
Here's the cool close-up model
Yeah.
of that character. Ulysses.
Why?
All right.
Okay. More cutting. And he's crossing his
And
fingers.
is this ship called Ulysses?
I suppose so.
Looks,
It looks like it.
looks friggin' cool.
Yeah, it does look nice.
It's got like a
Looks unsinkable.
It's like an extreme bathysphere.
Bath City.
Of course, paid for by Whitmore. All expenses paid.
Yeah.
Old weird Uncle Whitmore's the only one who could afford to build this thing.
It's the third one this week.
Yeah.
Make it last.
Hope you guys don't run out of air. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. What did you just say?
Well, I know we won't be running out of water. Am I right, guys? Moisture? Myth and superstition.
This would have been better as a TV show.
Ooh. I look less brown now.
If any of you guys are interested, there actually is a TV show like this. It's called Sequest. You can check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real sci-fi show where it's like they go down in this advanced ocean ship and they just adventure down there.
I look like I belong in a 90s computer commercial or something.
Yeah, it looks like you're trying to sell me like a Mac or something.
I'm the Mac. But I've been to Atlantis before. You'll never make it past that burst pipe. Burst pipe?
That's a burst pipe.
This is just where they...
It's a burst. It's a pipe that bursts, not a burst pipe. No one wants a burst pipe.
Well, maybe they do. Maybe they're...
We've installed burst pipes on this floor.
I guess there's just like a boiler that just feeds that one pipe and it puts steam in the middle of nowhere.
It's the burst pipe.
There's one outside the vessel too. I gotta stop doing that. First aid kit. There we go. Checkpoint activated. I still don't know how that thing works. Watch out for the burst pipe. Ow. Costs a lot of money to run that thing. Wait.
What?
Please, just let me do it.
Is that what you have to do, I wonder?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Can't take it any further.
All fixed.
Looks like the corridor is blocked. It's being used as explosives.
Don't use the bombs in the submarine. What the heck? I know you don't fix a pipe by putting a barrel in front of it.
You do if it's a burst pipe and you just have to get past it.
You do if it's the end of your shift. I hope everybody gets the bends. Like when they come up to surface too fast and they all die of the bends. You know how when you
Oh, this is a ladder.
when you come up too fast and all the air in your blood like evaporates and expands and you boil and you explode.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope that happens to everybody here.
Happened to Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, it's one of the worst ways to die, I think. Getting the bends.
I remember that being a really strange scene in Seinfeld where, like, he went scuba diving and then he just got an eye thing from depressurization. And it's like, that's a hell of an arc for this show to have with.
Yeah, you got shrinkage in addition to an exploded eye.
Yeah.
It's a weird episode.
I can punch underwater like an idiot.
Next time I go to a public pool, I'm going to go underwater and
get up
punch
there.
nothing. People are going to think I'm crazy because I'm punching stuff at the bottom
Yeah.
of the pool. Why would you design a
Oh,
ship?
come on.
Why would you design a ship with such a wanton lack of consideration for mass? Like, you're just building a bunch of crap, and oh, there we go.
Why would you build a ship with a water tunnel?
Yeah.
Like, why not just put a door right here?
I hope a rivet comes undone from the pressure outside the vessel, and a bolt goes straight through your head. And just kills you.
You hope?
Yeah, that's what I want to happen. Just like, you know, go mess it up. Go, like, open the thing and let some water in. And leave it. And go on with your way. Go on with your day like you didn't do it.
Things are already messed up, man.
And then just let the ship fail. Maybe you need to talk to them here. They look horrible. Oh my god, you do switch to them.
I didn't...
Look at this.
I didn't know that.
Oh my god, look at this
My
model.
God.
This is really cool. Look at her pants. Just
Yeah.
huge. Boop. Big ass pants person. Hello, pants. Sup, pants? What?
Watch out for the shells.
What the
They're
There's
piping
no
on.
spot for... What the heck? Wait.
Oh, there's somebody in there.
Oh.
He was just waiting for us. Alright. So now we need Vincent.
What the heck?
Oh, this guy's got a good proportion too.
Oh man, I love this. Look at that.
It's like a TF2 character.
Bombs. I like bombs.
I do the bombs.
When I was little, my parents gave me bomb.
Ugh. I like dog food.
Oh my god. All crew abandoned the shit. What the heck? Ugh. Why?
He's new.
I hope it lasts longer in the movie.
Nobody listens to him. Well, maybe I'll just,
If the friggin' ship gets destroyed this early in the movie, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, they're gonna get stuck in the Atlanta world.
If I was directing this movie, I would have just made it take place on the ship and they don't get to Atlantis.
Yeah. It's the story of them trying to get there.
It's a journey. All the kids would hate it.
Yeah.
They explore Atlantis with long-range sensors.
Yeah.
They do it safely from inside the ship. We'll send down a probe.
Doesn't look like anybody's trying to abandon the ship.
It's a trick. He just wants you to leave.
Maybe I got like a Indiana Jones rope that I can use to swing past. Yep. I'm the ape of the group.
Your thin, scholastic arms can just do all that, carry your weight across that chasm. Thin, scholarly, pencil-operating arms.
Yeah.
There's fire all over the place here. What do we do? Isn't there something in your backpack here that can do something?
There's this extinguisher on the upper decks. Thank you,
That's what this game is.
you cunt.
Just like wasting time.
Yeah.
Wasting time simulator. Hey, go back and do this. Looks like you gotta go do this.
Or wait, do I have fire extinguisher? Yes, I do.
Whoa.
Don't use it here.
Meanwhile, Atlantis is burning. We gotta get down there and save it.
Atlantis is Burning sounds like a pretentious movie.
Atlantis on fire. It's Denzel Washington and Liam Neeson together at last.
Yeah. Elysium on fire.
That's the code word that they say when the nuclear launch codes are like
Yeah.
are like both in place.
Sky King, Atlantis on fire.
That sounds perfect. Really sounds like something that would be said
Yeah.
over the radio.
And you hear it, and you're like, what the fuck? And it turns out it's just like... Turns out it's just a general alarm. It doesn't mean a single thing.
Let's see, everything's okay.
Yeah.
Everything's okay is Atlantis is burning. That means everything's okay. Go back to what you were doing. Atlantis is burning.
I didn't use that.
We spent forever trying to put a fire out in King Kong, too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's video game stuff. What
Uh-oh. Yeah, these propellers are not exposed to the ocean.
Yeah.
They can't do anything, right?
It doesn't make a lick of sense. Okay, so, the handle's missing.
Imagine if you could actually propel a boat by putting propellers inside a water tank inside the boat. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
It's like putting a plane on a treadmill.
It's like having a car that drives just by, you know, having an engine inside it.
What?
Just has an engine.
No.
That's how it goes forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so... damn it. This is Breath of the Wild all over again. I keep using my weapon by accident and breaking it. Potentially. Kind of looks like it's cracked there. Thatch! The evac sub's release mechanism is jammed. Ow!
Yeah, this place looks so advanced.
Sorry, Captain, I'm dead.
Evac sub.
Yeah, it's an evac sub.
The sub has a sub in it. Sub. That should do it. Why is it so square looking? Whoa.
Good work, Thatch. Your sub pod is waiting. Get out of there.
The sub?
Oh, I guess there's... Those deadly spots have, secret items. What the... I just noticed this room is like a padded, cell. It's made of rubber to, insulate all the electricity. I'm just gonna start up halfway through. Shred me up.
Yeah, those...
Ah! Evil lobster, what the...
Oh, it came from the galley. That's supper. Those belong to the chef.
Oh, yeah.
My lobster.
Oh, here's a life. I might need that, because after I die in a few seconds. Uh-oh.
Yep. Looks like the water has hit the boilers.
Now the burst pipe isn't gonna function.
Oh, damn, the water hit the boilers. What kind of sentence is that? I guess maybe they're trying to say the salt water has eroded the boiler, maybe? Because it probably has a desalination plant, right? To make fresh water for the boiler.
It was just hit with a strong force, and which broke it open.
The water hit the boiler.
Yeah, hit the boilers. But like if I wanna traverse the water, why don't I just get a fish crammed through my head?
The sour water has touched the boilers.
I should just get a fish cram through my head. I don't need some kind of bathyscaphe situation.
Are we there yet?
Oh, that's my vehicle. Just like a can. I see. Yeah. Got through that pretty good. Let me out.
He looks so much happier than he does in the
A Leviathan attack.
in the animated cutscenes. He looks a lot angrier.
Yeah. That's how nerds are when they're alone. They're all smiles. Well, he's got the whole, like, what was it, Ulysses thing in
Yeah,
his claw.
he's got Ulysses. Holy shit, he's huge.
Can I just spam super fast? Ah.
Spam your gun all super fast like.
Now he's angry. Keep on your toes. The final pods are relying on you.
What are you doing here?
Well, this is...
Oh, it's a Star Fox.
Yeah. Don't mess up that artwork. I'm just gonna pretend I'm playing a 16-bit shmup.
Hey guys, remember Star Fox Zero?
Oh.
Think that one's gonna be getting the Switch port?
Aw, damn it.
You're gonna have to buy a Wii U if you want to play that one, guys.
Oh yeah, that'll never get a Switch port.
No, it's gone. That game's gone. I knew it was gone when Miyamoto said that we needed to take time to work on the cutscenes and the wormholes are important.
Yeah.
That insane interview where he just sounded like he was about 20 years past retirement.
Yeah, and he is.
Yeah, he really... Well, from a few of the interviews they were giving about Mario Odyssey and about the Switch in general, they really made it sound like they were letting random people at Nintendo design stuff more.
Yeah.
Like they were kind of saying that they wanted a lot more new people working on stuff now. Which is why the games are a little bit better now. Like, he said, like, just some random playtester came up with, like, Mario Odyssey. Like, he came up with the cap possession thing.
I mean, it's not such an out there idea. It's just hard to implement.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have. It's just like most developers wouldn't think they could get like something like that working within the time frame. That's why it's in a Mario game, because it doesn't matter how long it takes for a Mario game to come out. Alright.
At least this thing has a propeller that's exposed to water on the outside of the ship. At least. Imagine how bad it would be if
Cold.
just your ship screwed up and just sunk to the bottom and just died there of starvation or
Well, then you just
lack of air.
lose a life and restart.
That's how the movie ends. The main character is at the bottom of the ocean, alone.
Or it's like Plague Dogs, where they have no choice but just swim to the surface, and then it cuts to black. You don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, they're in a kind of an underwater, like stratum here, where there's air pocket. Little do they know that the air is extremely stale and mostly CO2.
Yeah.
At this point, because it's not exposed to the atmosphere.
Well, and they don't have food.
It's a pocket of air.
They're not going to last 8 hours without food before they start before they're not able to do anything.
How are these people replenishing their air? They must be, like, fracking the water into oxygen atoms. How are they doing that?
They're Atlantis. Magic. It's magic. It's the magic of Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia.
That wasn't a level.
Was that it?
Fire trial? Oh, that's a hub. It leads to like some stuff. Well, this game. I can say this much. It provides a lot of opportunities to put whatever we want over this crap. So,
yeah, you got that right. Because this is Disney. If they even smell that we're using a frame from their shit, we're going to jail.
ooh. How about you use the steamed ham scene from The Simpsons? A lot of people have been uploading that.
Yeah, do some steamed hams. I think this is where we're going to be cutting this game loose, though.
Yeah.
We're going to be jettisoning Atlantis.
The fire trial.
The fire gem.
Yeah, the game is just Croc now.
Here's where it became whatever the game. Fire gem, what the heck, okay.
It's just Croc.
It's just their game now.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Oh, God.
I mean, people fall, like, in video games, lava, you're always falling into it, so you get desensitized. But falling into lava is so horrifically crazy. Like, it's, has anyone here, like, ever been next to a campfire? Like, get really close, how hot that is?
Yeah.
Imagine that times 1 billion. That's what falling into lava is like.
Well, you'd be dead before you hit it.
Just be splattered everywhere and melt.
And that was LucasArts Presents Atlantis.
This is Disney Pictures Presents Sony PlayStation's Atlantis.